Well, welcome
So,
to the podcast,
yeah, you could.
everyone.
Would you like to be the host, HughZ?
You
Going
know
through
what?
Tinder.
You know what? I will
Oh
be the
yeah.
host.
You'll
Hey,
be the host.
Biggy.
I
Awesome.
will be the host.
Biggy, can you flex for me?
Be quiet.
Shut the fuck.
Okay, so welcome to a very special edition of the Deoceide podcast. Now, we don't have Ranconius joining us. We're not quite sure where he is. He may, in fact, be dead. We're not sure. We'll find out maybe as the show goes along. Not too important anyway. So, we've got a very special edition of the podcast because we've got 6 people on today, which is a bit of a change in format from the usual 4 or 5. We've added an extra person. It's all that high-res money coming through. We're spending it on high-quality productions like the podcast. As you can see, I am joined today by the lovely Knightfall, who is hosting the stream.
Hello.
We've also got Ginger from Exhilarated.
Hello.
We've got El Chuckles from the Direwolves.
Hello.
We've got Laney from Citadel Gaming. Alright, fair enough.
Well played.
Rip.
And we have got Biggy from Avant.
Hi.
So, these guys are from the 4 teams, the top 4 teams from the Invite Ladder who are guaranteed into the Pro League. They're the first 4 professional Smite teams in OCE, so that's pretty big, pretty hype. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks.
And so we're going to look today at what is going to be happening in our scene going forward into the Pro League and all the stuff in between. So we've got a number of things to get through today. And unless there's anything someone wanted to bring up before that, we'll get right into it.
Hey, Knightfall, a bit of gingers in HughZ's green.
Oh yeah.
A
That
tad.
sounds pretty hot.
Can I lean into it?
Rip.
You probably could.
None of
side?
that.
Which
That
side?
other
This
direction.
way?
Yeah, there. There you
This
go.
way. Am I in it?
It's like side of me.
I'm so good with production. It's
Hmm.
all that. I was. Moving on.
Alright, so we are going to talk about first, obviously, the Invitational Ladder, which has just wrapped up last week. So some big and unexpected results coming through there. So the results obviously were Avant Garde coming in first place. Congratulations, Biggy. Direwolves
Yeah.
in second. Oh, Chuckles. Citadel Gaming in third. It's Laney, and Exhilarated coming in fourth. So all very good placings there for the top 4. And then going after that, we've got Cognitive Click in 5th place. Then I believe we had Team Kamikaze in 6th, and Silicon Sports in 7th. Kraken Up is technically in 8th, although they did break up halfway through the ladder, so I guess they don't technically place. But those are the standings at the end of the invite ladder. That'll mean that the bottom 3 teams from that, which will be Cognitive Click, Team Kamikaze, and Silicon Sports, into the Pro League Qualifiers, which we'll talk about a little bit later, along with some of the top teams from the open ladder, and 2 LAN teams. I believe it's 2 LAN teams, right, Nightfall?
Yes. Yep.
Alright, cool. So, let's talk about the Invitational Ladder, and let's talk about some personal highlights for each of the teams. So we'll start with first place, Biggy. So do you have a personal highlight from the invite ladder?
I mean, I guess just winning was nice in the end. We'd had like a pretty rough scrim week, like leading into the games against Direwolves, and then to get 2-0'd was pretty rough. But we sort of just, I don't know, we went into the sort of the tiebreaker. We kind of had nothing to lose, and I guess that was just the highlight, just being able to like lose like consecutively, which is probably the first time we'd ever been in that position, like a streak of losses, and then to be able to bounce back, I think will do a lot for us leading into the Pro League.
Cool.
So yeah, the tiebreaker, I would have to say.
Awesome. All right, Chuckles, any personal highlights?
The ones that weren't the tiebreaker, the ones just before, because those were actually really, really good games. I enjoyed them a lot. The tiebreaker, HughZ had to fuck off somewhere. I forget. So Melons had to sub, and then it was all a bit of a thing. But yeah, the games before that, they were really close. I enjoyed them.
Cool. They were definitely a lot of fun to cast. I'm sure Nightfall would agree with that.
That was so awesome. How you guys like. that turnaround right at the end and the combat blink and all that, that was so hype. That was amazing.
Great play there by Yada.
Mhm.
All right, Laney. Any
Yeah.
highlights
Oh,
from the Invite League?
killing Row was pretty good, I guess. The one kill I got, that was pretty good.
Oh.
That's about it though.
Mr. 12 and 3 though.
I don't know. Like 2-0ing Dials was pretty cool, I guess. That was probably the highlight, other than killing Row. So, yeah.
Cool. I'm sure if Only Good at Solo was on, he'd talk about his 9-10 and 3 thing, because he never stops talking about it. But yeah, we'll move on. All right, Ginger, yourself, the man, the myth, the legend. What was your personal highlight from the Invite League?
The triple kill Gold Fury random 1v5.
That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, well, Gold Fury, the real MVP, according to HughZ.
Top 5 players.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's about it, yeah.
That's cool. All right, and is there anything you guys think from the Invite League that should, from a player's perspective, that could be improved upon moving into the Pro League?
I think it's probably more on HughZ's part, but I think we need a stronger spectator system. I think it was quite poor that like we couldn't spectate live games. I think that took a lot away from like our advertisement as like, because we're sort of fairly new, so all the streaming we can get is like huge for us, and not being able to stream live games and then not having a schedule, just sort of being like, oh, okay, I guess everyone's played their games, we can stream now. I think some teams are a bit slack on when they played. Some teams were playing like the week after they should have been playing, and I think that affected the schedule a lot as well. I just think
Just needs more organisation.
yeah, everyone taking a bit more like professionally and seriously.
Well, I know that there is a broadcasting schedule for the Pro League, so teams will have to complete their matches before those times. So that is hopefully going to be improved, massively improved going to the Pro League.
Yep.
It should be, and if teams can't follow those schedules, then rip, I guess. I don't know, we'll figure out something for that, but I guess if
We're
you're in the
figuring
Pro League,
something
you should
out
hand
for that.
yourself like a professional, and yeah. All right. Anything else other than that kind of organisation part? Don't really think there's much else.
No, I think just that was all I sort of thought of.
Everything
Alright.
else pretty much went smoothly enough.
Right. Cool. All right. Let's move on to the Pro League itself. So now, Knightfall, this is a bit more of your domain as the man with all the knowledge. So, things like details. So when it is, how it'll play out, and things we can confirm or deny about it.
So there's a very fine line where I could cross here about saying things that I may or may not be able to say, but I'll try my best.
Spoil it all.
Don't be a pussy, Knightfall.
HughZ are cutting the Pro League. It's going to be on the 20th of July, will be the first day of Pro League, and it will be a best of two, like every other Pro League region, best of two each week. Everyone plays each other once over 7 weeks, 8 teams. Yep, 7
Yep.
weeks. And then I'm not too sure what else. I have a document here. So each win will give you a point, like every other Pro League, and then most points at the end. Winner then goes, and then as far as I know, top 4 go to Pro packs. I'm not sure. I'm not sure at how many go straight to packs from the Pro League from winning that, but winners from Pro League do go to packs, which is going to be so hype. Like, I'm so hyped for packs. That's just going to be amazing.
In terms of the broadcast of the Pro League matches, are they going to still be on Team Down TV, or are they going to be on one of the Smite Game channels?
They'll be on the same place.
Alright.
And I can confirm that HughZ has been watching, and they are overwhelmed with how successful the Invite League is. And considering from our point of view, where it wasn't the best, they're going to be really surprised with how Pro League is going to go. Like, I can tell you now, our region is going to be looked at more than NA and EU, I feel. If we get good publicity, and timings and things, and a solid schedule, more people will want to watch OCE than NA and EU, which is awesome.
Cool. And also with packs that leads on from the Pro Leagues and in terms of our position at Worlds, we know that we have one spot there. Do we know if we have two? Because there's a lot of rumors floating around about two teams going to Worlds.
To Worlds, I cannot confirm nor deny, as I do not know, unfortunately.
Okay. Fair enough.
Sorry, I'm just looking through this document, looking for cool stuff.
Yeah.
Basically, broadcasting is going to be super awesome. Like, that's going to be something you really want to look out for, guys.
Can confirm. HughZ will be there. So, you know, if that doesn't get you watching it, I don't know what will.
But yeah, I think that basically covers Pro League in a nutshell.
Cool. Well, moving on from the Pro League, or actually now kind of stepping back a step, we're going to talk about the Pro League qualifiers. So we mentioned before that the top 4 teams from the invite ladder have automatically qualified for the Pro League. The final 4 spots will be filled out in this Pro League qualifiers. Now that takes the bottom 3 teams from the invite ladder. It would have been 4 teams, but rip cracking up. It'll take the top 11 teams from the open ladder and 2 teams from LAN events. And now all the details from that have been sorted. I'm going to post a link in chat where Knightfall made a post on Cybergamer about it, and it's got links to the brackets and everything about that and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, let's talk about it. So Knightfall, take us through what the Pro League qualifiers is going to consist of.
So basically, it's a group stage tournament of 4 groups, 4 teams in each, and they'll all play against each other. Top 2 will then go to day 2, which will be the next week, and then those teams will play in a round robin to see who, with the most wins at the end of day 2, goes to Pro League to join these guys. Yes.
Cool. And so what are the dates on that?
The 5th and the 12th of July. 5th is day 1, 12th is day 2. No, the 12th is day 1, and the 5th is day 2. But yeah.
What?
No,
What?
I was just being a troll.
Shouldn't day 2 be like straight after day 1?
Yeah, that's what I don't get.
Yeah.
It's because it's on a Sunday, and you know, having it on a Monday,
Oh.
people have
You're
work and
religious,
things.
Well, Monday religion.
Yeah, that's the best religion. No going to work on Mondays. Alright, so, if you guys follow that link, you'll be able to find another link to a bracket, which I will grab the link of now. Where is it? Here we go. So here is a link to the bracket, and that'll have in it the teams that are going to be in the Pro League qualifier. So let's run through those teams now. So we've got 4 groups: Group A, B, C, and D. In Group A, we have got Cognitive Click, who was from the Invite Ladder, Raiding Party from the Open Ladder, and Sky Dragons also from the Open Ladder, and G3 is a LAN team. So we'll go through that group first. So out of those ones, just purely based on what you guys have knowledge on those teams, maybe you've played them or scrimmed them before, who do you think is going to come on top of that group and in second place?
Yeah, I expect Raiding Party to wipe that group. Like, Raiding Party's honestly the strongest team in the whole qualifiers. They're taking scrims off every top team.
I agree
They're
with
looking
Biggy.
super strong heading into OPL, and then I expect Click to take second spot. I don't know much about the other 2 teams.
Yep, fair enough. Ginger, Laney, Chuckles.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I
Raiding
agree
Party,
with that
like,
too.
they really don't belong in the Challenger Cup qualifiers,
Yeah,
honestly.
but I want Sky
And,
Dragons to win.
Yep. Alright, cool.
No. Sky
Ginger's got
Dragons.
something to say.
Sky Dragons grey.
Yep.
Just so you know.
There's another Sky
Yeah,
Dragons team that
yeah.
didn't make it into
Is
this
there
one.
2?
But There's Sky Dragons
Yeah.
grey and Sky Dragons white. But Sky
Yeah.
Dragons grey are
Which
the
one's
only
the
ones in the
better one?
qualifiers.
There you go.
Grey,
Danny.
because they're in the qualifiers.
Yeah, that one. I want that one to
Yeah.
win.
I think that's got CMath in it, who's famously gotten into Plat 1 from his qualifiers.
So basically, he's better than Biggy.
Yeah, I'm
Support.
pretty sure. Yeah, so confirmed CMath better support than Biggy. All right, moving on from that, let's go to Group B. So we've got Team Kamikaze from the Invite Ladder, Law Gaming from the Open Ladder, along with Luminous from the Open Ladder, and Mother Croatia, who I believe were a LAN team. So I'll open up with my thoughts on that one. Team Kamikaze should take this one fairly comfortably. Law Gaming might give them a bit of trouble, but I don't expect it. And I basically think it'll turn out exactly as it's ranked already in the group stage.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I think, again, like, TCAM's going to dominate that group. I don't know much about Mother Croatia or Luminous. I've heard a bit about Law, so I kind of just expect them to take second. I know a couple of those players.
Yeah, Luminous is the team DJ Mercer is on.
Mhm.
If that
And
gives, that
Law,
helps a little bit.
Law,
Sprinkles also on
Law, I think
Oh,
is
is that
no.
Illustrious? That's Illustrious. So.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
on Illustrious.
Yeah, okay.
Law is number 2, I think, on the Open Ladder. Well,
Yep.
was
Behind-
second seed behind
They
Ivory.
are third, actually.
Really?
Raiding Party is second, and Ivory is first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool beans. Yeah,
Okay.
and Mother Croatia is another LAN team.
All right, Laney, Chuckles, anything to add to that?
Yeah, probably
yeah,
TCAM and Law. Yeah.
I don't
Oh,
really
yeah.
know any
I
of them
haven't-
other than TCAM.
Thanks for your
I haven't seen
analysis, Laney.
anything. Oh, thanks, Biggy. I haven't seen anything from Mother Croatia, really. But,
Well, they're
They're
a
a LAN
LAN
team,
team.
so-
yeah, they sound pretty cool, so you never know.
I think the LAN teams will probably struggle, to be honest, throughout this tournament, purely because the level of competition they come up against won't be the same as what necessarily like the Open Ladders or let alone the Invite Ladder teams have come up against. It's cool that like that's a method of doing this. 'Cause I think especially moving forward to like next year and the years beyond, where the Smite community and OCE will grow, where those LAN events will start getting
There'll
more and
actually
more
be
people
people at
attending.
LANs.
Yeah, there'll actually be people at LANs, which would be cool. And it might turn into a legitimate way into an event like this. All right, cool. Let's go on to Group C. So we have got Silicon Sports, Hip Hop, Eponymous, Synapse, and Off the Charts. Now, Silicon is an Invite Ladder team, and the other 3 are all Open Ladder teams. Now, this is a bit of an interesting group. A lot of people see these teams as fairly close in skill level, especially between Silicon and Hip Hop, Eponymous, and Synapse. Synapse contains a lot of former Invite League players like HughZ Boom and Fonke, and Silicon, as we said, was an Invite Ladder team. So thoughts, guys, on that group?
I think it's probably the closest. Maybe Group D's a bit tighter than that, but I don't know. I think Silicon and Hip Hop Eponymous will go through. I think that game could go either way. I know Hip Hop were taking scrims off a couple of Invite Ladder teams a while ago, but I don't know what they're like now. If they've improved on that or if they've just stayed, like plateaued or something. But it could be an interesting game between Silicon and Hip Hop.
I think, yeah, as I mentioned, Synapse has got a couple of former Invite Ladder players on there. I don't know how long they were on the Open Ladder for, if they were able to play many games, but I think they could cause some trouble as well for Silicon and Hip Hop Eponymous. Off the Charts, they've gone through some roster changes. I know, just kept up a little bit with some of the Open Ladder teams. So they had been previously quite high up the ladder and fell down a little bit. But I think between Silicon, Hip Hop, and Synapse will be those will contain the 2 teams that'll go through, and it might come down to one moment in one game that determines which of them go through. I think it'll be very close in that group. Anyone?
I agree.
Yeah. Chuckles, anything to add? Probably not.
I think Silicon will probably get above those other 2 just from practice against other people.
Yep.
I don't know. Hip Hop haven't scrimmed in a while, I don't think, at least against us. Haven't seen them around, so. But in Clow we trust, so I believe.
Alrighty, Ginger, anything to add?
No, nothing.
No. Alright, cool. Let's move on to Group D. So we have got Ivory, who were the top Open Ladder team, Forsen Boys, Glory Bound, and Team Skyfire. So I don't know much about the Forsen Boys, but I know Glory Bound has been around for a little bit, and Team Skyfire, actually a recently picked up team. A little bit of a surprising move there. I don't think a lot of people saw that one coming. But Ivory have been playing very well. They took top ladder position off, Or Gaming in a match that was very nicely cast on Smite OCE, and yeah, they're seen as a pretty strong team. So, any predictions from this group, guys?
I think
Yeah, I can't really call this group.
I think Ivory
Yeah.
will win it pretty handily. I think. Like,
It's the only group without a Invite League team in it. So that's I feel like it's the closest one. Because the interesting thing is that there's no outstanding teams that are gonna knock out an Invite League team from requalifying to the Pro League. Like, based on this and like the next stage, they like all the Invite League teams should requalify for Pro League and then one more, unless some upset happens where, like, for example, let's say, I don't know, take Synapse or who's the other team, Raiding Party, like knockout, I don't know, say Silicon or Click or something, I don't know.
I think honestly the team most in danger of being knocked out of requalifying to the Pro League is CogClick, because they're in an extremely tough group with Raiding Party in that group, and Sky Dragons are a decent team, and if you fall behind to them, it's very tough to come back. And so just purely in terms of the group stage, they're in a bit of a rough spot there, because as Biggy said, Raiding Party is they've got a lot of former Invite League or top players from Season 1 in there, like Gruff and Max and Parasprite, and all the rest of the boys there. So they've got a very tough matchup. Them and Silicon, who've got Hip Hippopotamus and Synapse in the group, they're the two most in danger of going through, of getting knocked out. All right, then. So let's move on to the next week of it, and let's move on to purely the top 4 teams. So who do we think are going to be the 4 teams from this entire qualifying tournament that are going to make it through?
I'm gonna say Raiding Party definitely because we'll be one of those 4.
wait, did you say top 4?
Yeah.
The top 4
Yeah.
teams.
So who's
Raiding
gonna make it?
Party, Kamikaze, Silicon, and Ivory.
Ivory, okay. I thought you would have gone for like Raiding Party or something. No,
He did,
did
he
you
put
say?
it first.
Sorry,
He did.
yeah. Wait, which team did you not say from?
CogClick.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Click.
Yeah.
Raiding
Okay.
Party's better than Click, I think.
Okay.
I think Raiding Party and TKM are pretty much guaranteed.
Yeah, it's really just
And
determining between the
I
other
would-
2.
By default, I would put Click and Silicon in again, but I don't know. Hip Hippopotamus have the potential to upset one of those teams in week 2. I think that's the only other option I would be looking at.
Cool.
Everyone else agree?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Alrighty.
Oh,
So that does it.
can I
Yeah.
point something out? There is a girl on Glory Bound. If Glory Bound qualify, that girl is going to be the first female pro gamer in the Pro League of all of Smite. Just something to look out for. Just a little
Well,
note.
I mean, you have Melons and Yada on.
That,
Diamonds.
that's true.
Yeah. All right.
Please,
Cool.
Knightfall.
I'm
Represent
sorry.
my women's.
No,
And they say it in chat, right on cue.
alrighty, here we go. So moving on from, so if you have any more questions about the Pro League or the Pro League qualifiers and what the open ladder will be after those qualifiers, put them, save your questions till the end. We'll do a bit of a question time at the end, and talk about all that at the end, I guess. All right. Let's move on to some of the changes that have occurred in Smite over the last week, particularly the Nox rework. So she's had a complete kit change. All of her abilities are different, scaling's different, all that kind of jazz. We've got 4 technically pro players here with us. Shout out to Ginger's mum in the background there. Um, so let's get these players' opinions on Nox's rework, and is it immensely OP? Was her previous kit better? What's your thoughts?
She's definitely stronger. I think.
She's not complete ass
Yeah.
Yeah.
like
I
last
think
time.
the strongest part of her kit is actually the silence on her too. I think around objectives were
That
Chuckles
silence-
mentioned, to me
That
the other
silence
day
is
that
actually broken.
you can't hog an objective if you're standing on that.
If you
as
just
a
put it on a
support.
Gold Fury or like a Fire Giant and you just chuck it down, you blink in as Geb as a support and be like, oh wait, well, free gold. It's so dirty. Competitive play, that's just going to be disgusting.
It's pretty hard to hit, like the 2-1 combo.
No,
Yeah.
just dropping the two on the ground. It silences you just by standing in it. So
But like
So it silences
the whole
hogs.
combo, yeah.
Yeah, I don't like the one very much. I think I don't like it at all, really.
It's useful, but it's hard.
I think
I reckon
it's kind of useless. Like, you can't do anything to them while they're auto-attacking you to death. That's awesome.
it's a good route where you could just route them and then walk around and do whatever
Yeah, but they
except
can
you're
just dash
silenced.
away or jump away or something. Yeah.
Well, that's
Depends
true.
on
Fair
those
enough.
hunter nerfs that are coming as well.
That's
No,
true.
Like if
We'll get-
hunters,
Yeah,
if hunters
like-
suddenly become useless, then Nox
Yeah.
can just run around and laugh.
All
But
right.
then what will Ginger play?
What will you play, Laney?
Oh, no, I play Freya, you know?
All right, so that brings us to our next topic. So we've got a link here, which is a link to a Twitter status from HighRes Chris, teasing us with some apparently big meta changes. And DM Brandon also messaged about those. He seems really excited about it. Take from that what you will. And so the Twitter status reads: "Prepare for major meta shift next patch!" Exclamation mark. I just saw the patch notes. ... Oh my! Full stop. At HighRes Scott and team have touched it all! Exclamation mark. Hashtag Ravana. So that is of course in reference to the new god Ravana. So other than obviously we think it might be another major hunter nerf. Like we saw a lot of those items become more expensive and some slight decreases in stats for some of the main hunter items such as Heartseeker and RC in this latest patch. What do we think we'll see in the next one?
Base damage on probably all hunters. Attack speed, I reckon.
I feel like lifesteal is going to get a big hit too, because
Yeah.
it's so strong and powerful in the current meta. Like you never see something like a Transcendence or something that doesn't help with lifesteal or attack speed in this current meta because it's just so powerful right now. So hopefully Transcendence makes a comeback because I like playing that on Ula.
Yeah, they'll probably just nerf the base scaling on their auto attacks or the attack speed. Like, put them all down to 1900. They're all about 96 or 0.96 attack speed. All the hunters basically. So they'll probably put it down even more. I don't know. Hard
Probably.
to say.
They might make it a little harder to stack as well. I'm not sure how you would do that, but stacks are so good
Stackable.
right now.
Imagine they're going to touch crits as well.
Yeah.
Everyone's always talking about making it 50% at range and 100%
Just
for
remove it
melee.
altogether.
Transcendence has made a little bit of a comeback, I feel, already with the
Did it?
nerf of Bluestone Pendant. I think
That's true.
Snoopy built it first item
Oh, yeah.
today.
In chat,
Yeah,
think
with
people
6
it might
pots,
be.
yeah.
Was it?
literally got built in the SPL today.
Oh,
Okay.
there you go. I looked up the games today because I didn't get a chance to watch them. And I looked up and I'm like, oh, it looks like Transcendence first item. It might have been, and they might have skipped. It looks like I think they skipped the start items to rush Transcendence. I'm not sure. So I haven't had a chance to watch it, but I didn't see any start items in there, and they weren't at full build. So they might have just sold it to get started quicker. Not sure. As I said, didn't get to watch it. Who knows? I'll go back and look at it later. If I got it wrong, rip me. But Transcendence making a bit of a comeback, I think, for that extra mana, especially I think it'll be necessary for Ul now, a very mana-intensive hunter. Maybe Medusa as well might be essential on. Apollo seems to survive decently at the moment with Death's Toll, but lots of other hunters
Yeah.
might need Transcendence.
Yeah, I think Snoopy played 2 Apollo games and he built
Okay.
Dev Glove, Death Toll, but when
It might have been Allied then.
AFK played Denard, Allied and Bronx Bombers both rushed Transcendence.
There you go.
Richard Castle brought up a good point. They will still want Hunter's late game to be OP, as a AD carry should. I feel like they only want to stop the early mid game influence. Like, Hunters
makes sense.
should have been late game
Hunters
all the
come
time.
online.
Yeah.
They come online too early right now. That's
Yeah.
the problem.
Yeah. And what do you think the problem is there, and why they come online so early? Is it like Heartseeker Psy?
I think it was just Heartseeker
Okay.
and RC is so cheap.
Yeah,
That's true.
Execution also plays a role.
Yeah. I like how they nerfed it,
It
in
just
the PTS
provides
and then they
all the pen.
rebuffed it. Yeah. Like, it's the difference between what it was and what it is now from the nerf is like 50 gold, isn't it? Only 50 gold? More expensive? I'm pretty sure.
They reduced the
I think
got
it was
200
attack
here.
speed, didn't
It
they?
was 100. Yeah. It went from
Was it?
1790 to 1890.
No.
This is Executioner,
Executioner.
friend.
Oh, executioner. Yeah.
That was 50.
950 to 1000.
Yeah.
Ah, I thought we were talking about Heartseeker. My bad.
Alright, so
Yeah.
other than Hunters, is there anything else where you think they might change in the meta, like maybe a buff to a different class, or do you think they're all fairly well balanced at the moment and it's just Hunters really messing things up?
Everyone's always bitching about Guardians.
Yeah, maybe
so
Guardians, but then
hopefully
if you nerf
hopefully
them,
they don't
yeah.
take that into account
that's all
because I
Chuckles
like Guardians.
plays.
Shut up, Biggy.
But I think if you nerf Guardians too much, then they become terrible in the support role. So it's hard to
that's
balance.
what happened.
You'd probably
what
almost have
happened
to
with the
balance
warrior
certain items like mystical mail, maybe or something. Just certain
Don't
items that make
touch
them
mystical.
make them strong in the jungle, and in solo you'd have to nerf. If you nerf them as a class, then yeah, if you nerf their base damage, then you're getting nothing out of a support early.
Yeah.
Because you're
I
just running around
reckon
squishing with no damage.
a lot of it's also to do with ADCs as well. So I reckon if they do the big old ADC nerf and then leave it for a bit, and Guardians are still disgusting, then too much change at once would probably not be the best.
But especially in like the middle of like a pro league split, like it wouldn't
Yeah.
be too good for the game, really. I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
So,
What about,
That's
so
interesting.
other than Guardians, like, I don't know, do you think anything else is very underpowered at the moment, or anything you personally would like to see buffed or nerfed?
I know Flagor wants a mage buff. That's for sure.
He said,
I
he
think the
said there
game's
was like
pretty balanced at the
2 or
moment.
3 things. Yeah. Or like, I forget which HughZ guy tweeted it. They were like, 2 of these 3 things out of snowballing, mage viability, and was it ranged versus melee are getting buffed or debuffed this
Yeah.
patch.
yeah,
So,
what was that tweet?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to make mages more viable in the solo lane. I reckon that'd be pretty cool again, except for like just warriors and assassins and guardians, really.
Yeah,
And
There's
it,
only
ADCs.
like
Every
only a
other
handful
role
of
except for
mages
mages
right now.
Yeah.
Alright. Cool.
it brings more variety to team compositions as well. Like, you could play
Yeah.
something really strange, like a
It's
I
a
don't
really,
know.
yeah, teams I've noticed are really physical damage heavy lately, and that's just because, as we said, ADCs are so strong right now. As well as that, you get a good warrior or 2 in there, well, just 1 usually. Like a nice tier or a Hercules in there does a lot of damage, and you can get like 2 hunters in there, sometimes even 3 if you're feeling particularly risky, and not much room for a lot of other stuff. So yeah, a magical damage increase will bring a nice variety to matches, and also force teams to strategize a bit more rather than just around how can we take out the hunters. Alrighty, so that brings us to some exciting news now. So as many of you know, the Facebook group Smite OCE, run by Mr. Knightfall, hit
Oh,
1,000 members this week.
Yes, that was awesome.
1,000. That is a great number, and there's been a number of giveaways going on from Berserk, who is part of Prize Tack, who runs Smite and OCE, and from a couple of the organisations like Citadel, Direwolves, Avant. I think Exhil are doing a couple of giveaways, which is pretty cool for them. It's good that HughZ is recognizing all the teams and not just the ones with organizations, which is pretty cool. So you can check out Twitters and Facebook pages and stuff of those organizations. I think there's still a few giveaways running if you want to get some skins or Xbox One founder packs and other stuff along those lines. So yeah, check those out. But yeah, 1,000 members, Knightfall. Talk about that for a little bit.
I think that was pretty sick. Like, I was thinking, what's gonna happen when we reach 1,000? We should do something special. And then Berserk comes out and he just throws things at people's faces. Someone mentioned he was the Oceanic Oprah and Ellen, where he just sort of like threw out codes of gems, god packs, skins. That was pretty awesome. So yeah, hitting 1,000 was a really good milestone, and hopefully we can hit 2,000 or 3,000 even faster than what we hit 1,000 with. Yeah, so that was pretty awesome.
Cool. So are all you guys in the Facebook group?
Yes.
I
I am.
should be.
Mm,
Ginger doesn't know.
If you're not, you should be, because there's
I don't know.
pretty much a...
I don't know if
Give me-
Ginger is legally of the age or allowed to have a Facebook
Yeah.
group.
Alright, give me like 30 seconds. And
One
then
day
I'll-
you'll get there, buddy.
then I'll tell you if I'm in it, okay?
I'll message you on the Facebooks, and then you just click on it, and if you can't see anything, then we know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know I found the Facebook group start of this year, maybe end of last year. And it's just like I heard about it first for a 5v5 tournament, and then I asked to join the page. I was admitted, and yeah, it's just been a really cool place to learn things about the community from, and to advertise my YouTube stuff and all the casting stuff. And that's what I think has brought me a lot of my fun from casting, is seeing people enjoy it through the Facebook group and other things like that. Yeah, and then just lots of people being able to post their own stuff on there, all the streamers being able to hit a wider audience, the Invite League, getting people watching that, and all that kind of stuff. I think it's been a really, really cool resource for Smite players to kind of come together more as a community.
It's really good. People should use it more often. Please no BM Arena though.
Yeah, we don't like similar to the Reddit run by the wonderful Giles and some of us others like myself and Chuckles included. It's been another really good resource for spreading the word about Smite OCE.
Oh, there's something we can bring up. Giles is working on a Smite OCE 2.0. I won't leak it just yet, but he's got some super cool ideas for stuff when the Pro League comes around. So basically, something, if you didn't gather anything from this podcast, what you can take away is that as soon as Pro League hits, things are gonna hit the fan. Fans will be hit by
I've said a couple of the things,
things.
and some of the ideas that Giles has had and is implementing are really cool, and brings a lot of interactivity into the community, so people don't just feel like they're watching the Pro League, that they can actually contribute to the maybe not the end results, but contribute to the way that the wider community have used the Pro League, and some of the stuff may even be included in broadcasts and stuff like that. So that's about all I can tease at the moment. Just hit up Giles, and just stay tuned to the Reddit. I know myself and the other mods have been looking over it all with a very clinical eye, and it's very very similar to the Facebook group in terms of rules and things like that. You can post what you want as long as it's Smite related and just no BMing and all that other kind of stuff. So don't be afraid to give it a look. For those of you that may not have seen the Reddit, here is a link to it now. So it's Reddit r/Smite Oceanic. There it is in the chat. So hit that up, and you might see people looking for teams, or looking for fills for teams, and you might be an aspiring pro player yourself. And one day, you can join a team and might even be on this podcast. That's when you know you've made it. On the podcast.
I like that the podcast is where people have made it, and yay. The podcast has become something pretty awesome. Like, we have the Biggy on the podcast. Like,
Pretty
oh
cool.
god.
Yeah.
I love that guy.
And
That's-
Laney,
Yeah,
and
he's
Ginger, and
pretty
Chuckles too. Knightfall. Come
I
on.
know, I know.
Corruption.
I know.
I know.
Right.
Everybody is appreciated. Very
Cool,
much
so that's
so.
Take me for a ride at Disney World, Knightfall.
Sure. Wait, is there a
Yeah.
Disney World in Australia?
Nah.
We'll find one.
Okay.
All right. So that does
Oh,
it
God.
for all our talking points this week. So now we'll open up to some questions because this has been a fairly brief podcast. So if you've got any questions about the Pro League, about the meta changes, about us individually, the Reddit, anything like that, post them in the chat now and we'll get to them as soon as possible.
And while we're waiting for questions, would anyone in the podcast like to bring anything up? Anything to discuss?
No, I've got nothing to discuss.
Okay.
Anything?
Be very careful, Ginger.
It can't be
Nah.
corruption. Oh, at CG Smite, shout out. Yes, if you follow CG Smite on Twitter, well, if you don't follow them, you should follow them. And that is run mainly by Mr. Giles. He creates all the awesome images and all the good graphics and all the cool stuffs. I sometimes post to it, not as much as he does, but definitely follow them. Them? I mean
there's a
us,
definitely right there
you
for
know?
you folks. That's a seal of approval.
Definitely.
That's what I came here for.
Just for the definitely?
Yeah.
What about enough?
Can I go now?
Oh,
Yes, yeah.
Question: how does Biggy feel knowing there were cosplayers of him at Supernova?
I don't know what Supernova is.
it's a convention.
I
Oh man.
don't feel anything.
Yeah. Oofed.
Turn it down. See you later, guys.
How do we know?
Okay.
Wow.
Ickle Bognut would like to know, Biggy, do you think he is good?
Yes.
Cancel that.
Yes, I do.
What a question.
Well, I mean, chat, you got to give me something a bit better than that.
Question for Biggy: how is your Plantronics gear?
Bloody cheeky.
No comment.
All right. Okay. Well, I have a question for all of you then, since chat doesn't seem to be generating much. With the Pro League, how do you see each of yourselves going? So we'll start with Ginger because he's first in line on the camera side. So Ginger, how do you see Team Flagor's Team Esports Gaming Incorporated going in the Pro League?
Well, trying to get a sponsor. So.
That's not how you're going in the Pro League.
Wait,
That's
well,
kind
He's
we
getting
haven't
there.
started yet.
He's
So...
getting there.
Baby steps. Baby steps.
Baby steps. Okay. Because we want to be appreciated as a sponsored team, and yeah, and but I think we're going well. We've had a couple of
But
junglers.
it hasn't started yet.
So,
Laney, please.
The question was, how do you think you'll go in the
okay,
Pro League?
well, I
He's
think
going-
with our new jungler, Matthias, I think we'll adjust. We'll have to adjust, and I don't know. Let the future tell.
Yep. All right. So
Nice.
next
Good
up,
answer.
we've got El Chuckles.
Oh,
How do
me.
you see the Direwolves going in the Pro League?
Love that guy.
You know. Thanks, Biggy. I love you too. You know, all right. I reckon it'll be fun.
Alright.
Good answer.
Cool. Alright, Laney.
You're welcome.
Yeah. No, we'll probably, yeah, lose a couple times, win a couple times, I guess. I don't know.
Cool.
Yeah.
And
it's
cool. Alright, and we would ask Biggy, but we know that with all the corruption that they're going to win anyway, so
Yeah.
free ride the worlds.
pretty around the world.
I'm looking forward to shitting on Laney.
Oh. VEL, dude.
Getting one of those hot rum rolls. Dodging those.
VEL.
Just gonna laugh at me. It's BM.
So
You
here's
got away with that.
two good questions.
I'm allowed to laugh.
One, will
No, you're not allowed to
Chuckles
laugh.
come to LAN as a picture or a person?
Probably a picture from what I've heard from other Direwolves guys. He doesn't actually have a face. Yeah, that's pretty much. I think that answers that one.
I believe he does, but it looks like a smashed crab.
You know
I
he's
think
right
we confirmed
here.
that one.
He can hear you.
Wizard said that's what it looks like. I'm just.
Yeah. All right.
Jesus.
Oh
Oh, wait, did he leave?
Yeah, he.
Chuckles.
Oh, okay.
ducked out. All right. Let's go to Zhao. He asked, "I have a question. How can we prepare for the second split?"
That was my
Now,
second question.
I believe that you're asking about the open ladder.
Yeah, he does further on. Will the Split 2 open ladder be run the exact same way as Split 1? Yes, it will,
Yes.
just to answer that question straight up.
There you go.
But yeah,
The man himself.
preparation,
A lot of
scrim. Scrim a lot, practice, have a solid roster. Don't make too many roster changes, otherwise it takes too long to adjust. What else? You guys are all on pro teams?
So it's not gonna. It's gonna be just like an open ladder, not like a Challenger Cup kind of situation.
No. It'll
Okay.
be open. Split 2 open ladder, exact same as the open ladder, just has the word challenge in it, which will be the only difference.
Okay. Cool. Oh, Chuckles is back.
Hello.
Hi,
Hey, it
Chuckles.
worked.
Yay. Alrighty. Chuckles, we had a question for you before.
Oh,
Do you
cool.
have a face, or are you just a picture?
I'm just a picture.
Yeah, there we go. See, confirmed.
So
I
you
have no
you
face.
are 2D in a 3D
Yeah.
world.
It's a hard life.
It must be scary.
Yeah.
Wait, who won the Avant Direwolves tiebreaker? Avant did. Unfortunately, due to the patch and really, really unfortunate timing, literally
Corruption.
15 minutes before we wanted to set up for the broadcast, servers went down. So we were like ripperino
rip.
in pepperino. But yeah.
Alright,
Yeah.
cool.
Anything else?
Yep, chat, hit us up with your questions.
I think we'll
you know,
do like
I think we've heard a
5
couple
minutes
times
worth.
Biggie, how are you so sexy and stuff along those lines. Care to answer? Do you like moisturize or something like that?
No moisturizer. Just natural.
The tears of his enemies.
Is that you, Laney?
Laney's tears.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my tears when I miss all my Rama rolls on him.
Yeah. Alrighty. Prensel's got a couple questions. I'm not sure. Knightfall.
Yeah.
Have you seen those?
Yeah, I read it. I have no idea why.
Okay.
Are winners from the Pro League Qualifiers getting gym prizes? Yes.
Only the top 3 though. Sorry, Prince.
Yeah, top. Basically,
Yeah,
it's
rich in gems.
top 3. But things may improve later on down the line. Why it's top 3? Because it's usually, gold, silver, bronze, as in most other sports. 4th place doesn't usually get much, well, or anything
Yeah.
at all, that is.
Yeah, sorry, Ginger. There's no plastic.
I think that's probably another
Right.
good. Like he's raising a good point there. I think, like was it 2 weeks ago? Something Giles held a tournament, and the first, like, just to put into perspective, Direwolves got 800 gems for winning a 1-day tournament, and then they also got 800 gems each for winning a 2-month ladder.
Yeah.
I just
Did
think
they?
there needs to. I mean, obviously not everyone's in it for the prizes, but like I just think teams should be getting something. Like a gem code isn't anything off of HughZ's nose. Like, so even just like for each week getting like 400 gems for winning or something, or like 200 gems for losing. Just some sort of
That's-
consistency.
That's something that we were discussing in an admin meeting on Wednesday last week, I want to
Yeah.
say. I'm not sure what day, but one day last week.
I just feel like if they're handing out gem codes for weekend tournaments like that, surely they can put more effort into like a team like Exhilarated coming fourth and then getting literally nothing. That's just rough. Like,
Yeah.
that's not very fair at all.
Yep.
It's something we
Correct,
did
it's
take
Exhilarated.
into we are discussing.
It's because we don't have a
Project
sponsor.
Poor
Corruption.
Ginger. I'm just gonna sad quit soon. Alright. Okay, Yada has asked, Laney, who's your favourite person in the Direwolves?
Probably Yada, but probably second is Richard because of his cheekbones. Really on point. He has really good cheekbones. What can I say?
He is very aesthetic.
Yeah.
Can't confirm. Okay.
Who's third though, right?
Probably Melons because he's got melons.
thanks.
I guess.
Cause he's a she.
Thanks,
I
My
mate.
think-
favorite direwolf is Outshock.
Yeah.
Does he really count?
Absolutely.
Well,
My least favorite Citadel gaming member is
Can you?
My favorite Avant player is none of them.
Whoa!
I have to say my favourite Direwolves player is HughZ because he treats me mean and keeps me keen. Takes away my server privileges occasionally. You know. he
Wait,
plays
you
the
have
game well.
privileges on there? I don't.
Yeah, well, exactly right. As it should be. No, I think everyone's
Cool.
forgetting about Kiki though. I mean, have you seen his Facebook profile pictures? Hashtag thirst.
Yes, very
Yeah.
much so. I think a lot of
All of
people
Direwolves.
drool.
You know, apparently, I think Chuckles, you can confirm this. All of you are over 6 feet tall.
Yeah, Yada's a little midget at 6 foot.
Oh, goddamn, tallest.
Okay.
team
I'll
backs.
I'll fit in. Yeah, I'm 6'3".
God damn it.
You want to
I
brag
don't think
about
you'll
it more?
fit in.
Yes, I would
Please.
like to brag.
Yeah.
I don't get to brag about much.
All right. I don't think we have any more proper questions that are appropriate. Do you guys want to hold out for one more, or should we finish it up there?
I think we should finish up there.
Alrighty.
Hey,
Yeah.
Hey, El Chuckles. I got a
Yeah,
question
that's
for
me.
you, right? Yeah.
Shoot.
How tall is Outrock?
He's really big for his age.
Ah, corruption. He's not 6 foot, is he?
He's getting there. He's getting there.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Corruption.
Just get him some like
Lies.
high-topped boots or something like that. He'll fit in.
Yeah, we'll put him in heels for Max.
Alright, well, before we end, is there anything any of you players would like to add?
Nope.
No.
Biggy's hair's really nice. I like it.
Thanks, Laney.
Biggy's guns are really nice. I really
Yeah.
like it.
Thanks, Chuck.
Flex
Every
force.
time, every time he rubs his peck, it's really nice as well.
Laney with the creep. Alright, well, Ginger, anything from yourself to add?
No.
Ginger's mum is also very nice.
Shout out to Mrs. Ginger.
Get out, Mrs. Ginger.
Alright, and
Oh, look
Chuckles.
at those guns.
Ginger's sad quitting the podcast. Chuckles, anything for yourself to add?
No.
Alright,
Bye.
cool. Alright, we'll wrap it up there, folks, with a nice little bow on it. So that is Smite OCE Deoceide podcast for week number 15. I've been HughZ. Joining me today was Knightfall, Ginger, Chuckles, Laney's, and Biggy. So we hope you all enjoyed, and we'll catch you next time.
L Chuckles actually.
Chuckles. Sorry, I've got to remember
Thanks,
your
HughZ.
fiery Latin temper. That's not anger you. L Chuckles.
Alrighty.
Alright, bye.
See you later, guys.
See ya.
Yeah.